What's up, y'all? My name is Matt Ferguson, and today I'm going to talk about the multi-generational workforce. So what does that mean? It means we're going to look at the different generations that persist in our workforce today, the different values in those generations, the challenges between them, ways we can overcome those challenges, and then I'm going to give you my personal experience that I've seen. So what are your different generations? Let's start with the traditionalists, also known as the veterans. Right? They have a very military type of thinking because most of them have served our country in some way. They're very disciplined, hardworking. They adhere to the rules, and they're not really relevant in today's society, but they have shaped the way baby boomers think. And baby boomers started to appreciate teamwork and then relationship building. And then from there on, Generation X is started to appreciate diversity. And as well as a balance between work and home life. And then lastly, but certainly not least, is Generation Y, which is the millennials. Most everyone watching this video are part of this generation. We are the best, we're confident, we're sociable, we like to collaborate, and then we use technology for pretty much everything, which is a good and a bad thing. So looking at the chart on the next slide, communication is the biggest challenge between generations. Your older generations like face-to-face communication, in-person meetings, whereas your newer generations prefer video meetings or online communication. Work styles have changed, so millennials like to find the easiest way to get something done, whereas your older generations stick with what they know. Use of technology is evolving, and millennials are kind of seeing that and are better at using technology than older generations. So there is a challenge there. Flexibility between work and home life. Older generations expect work to be put first, whereas nowadays, okay, I'm going to choose life over work. And then, so how can we integrate generations together? So HR professionals, they can try to improve their organizational success by focusing on a few different things, one of them being respect. I think respect goes a long way. And nowadays, millennials aren't really taught to respect the older generations in the business environment. But it's important to understand that they have more experience. They know more than you. You need to give them the respect they deserve. The other part of it is training, right? So millennials know how to use technology a little bit better than the older generation, so we need to train them. But then the older generation needs to, train us about their industry knowledge and experiences. And so that can go kind of back and forth. Teamwork, collaboration, right? We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and if we collaborate together, we can each utilize each other's strengths to come up with the best possible solution. And then communication, right? So we have to find a balance between face-to-face communication and online communication. There needs to be a good balance there. We can't expect the older generations to adapt to our communication style, and then the older generations can't expect us to adapt to their communication style. So we need to find a good balance between the two. So what have I experienced? So I work at a technology company called DataBox. I've been working there for about 4 years now, and what I've experienced is that between generations there are differences in expectations. For instance, some of the older generations expect me to put work over my life. And I enjoy my life. I like to have fun after work. I don't plan to work 80 hours a week like they want me to or expect me to. So there's a big difference there. Next is millennials. Myself, I like to pitch innovative ideas or changes, and that's not always appreciated by the older generations. They like to stick with what they know. So that can sometimes cause tension. But some of the positives, generations are evolving. They're starting to use technology. They know how to use it. So I think that's a key positive note, is that the older generations are adapting to today's society. So there's not a huge tension, because there's really no other way to go about it. If they want to work, they have to use the newest technology. And then innovation and change. Generation X and millennials are taking over the workforce. We like innovation and change, so it's not as feared. So what do we learn? We learn that generational diversity is inevitable. Every company's going to have employees of a bunch of different ages. Each generation has their strengths and weaknesses, and if we work as a team, we can improve our productivity, success, and we can also all be a little bit happier working together. Thank you. I appreciate your time.